Yo guys, what is up and welcome back to a brand new video here today and another episode of the Formula 2 2019 career mode. This time we are here for the British Grand Prix and it's round number 7 of the season. Today we are here for the feature race. If you guys missed the last episode at Austria, then go watch it guys by clicking the link in the top right hand corner of your screen to go see exactly what happened around the Red Bull Ring. But today we are here at British soil in Silverstone. You can see on the screen here is the track layout, and this is the start of the race and it's nice sunny conditions, and it was actually the first dry session of the weekend because practice and qualifying were in heavy rain soaking wet conditions, and I can tell you it was not very pleasant and it was very difficult to drive. After practice we was in 7th place, so we was a little bit off the pace in the wet conditions, but having said that we jumped into qualifying hoping for the best. So we're going to jump into it right now, and like I said, there's going to be heavy rain conditions here at Silverstone for qualifying, and hopefully you guys enjoy the lap. I'll be back with you once it is over. Here we go then at the final corner, just trying to feather the throttle as we make our way through the kink. A little bit sideways there, but we do still cross the line, and I think it was P1 for us across the line. And I can tell you the top 4 were covered by 0.060. It was extremely close, but we did secure pole position ahead of Nicholas Latifi in 2nd place by 5 thousandths of a second. Sergio Santacamera at championship rival in 3rd place, along with our other championship rival Nick De Vries in P4. And like I said, the top 4 covered by 0.060. It was extremely competitive. Louis Delatraz behind them with Luca Giotto alongside him on row 3. Then Jack Aitken P7 with Jordan King making an all-British 4th row of the grid. Antoine Schubert P9 and Mick Schumacher rounds off the top 10 here today. Outside the top 10 we have Sean Galal P11 in the 2nd Premier car ahead of Guan Yu Zhou. Then we have Nobuharu Matsushita in 13th with Dorian Boccolacci alongside him in 14th. Nikita Mazepin behind them with Ralph Bosch on P16 for the Trident team. Behind them we have Giuliano Alesi with Callum Arlott, our teammate, alongside him. And on the final row it's Mahavir Raghunathan at qualifying, Tatiana Calderon there for 19th place. But there's your grid. We're now going to move into the race. Right guys, so here we are then on the grid for the start of the British Grand Prix, starting from pole position, and we're going to see if we can try and convert that into yet another race win and try and extend our championship lead. In terms of the race strategy here today, we are going to start on the soft compound tyres and then move on to the hards later on. No rain is expected here today, so it should be a fairly straightforward race. The only problem is I've not done any dry weather running this weekend. This is my very first dry session, so the AI might be quite fast off the bat, so we might struggle to beat them. I'm going to try our best. Hopefully we can make it work and we can try and score some decent points. So with that being said, let's get racing here at Silverstone and let's try and pick up the full 25 points. Right, here we go. Let's build up the revs as we get ready for the start of the race. 5 lights are on and there's lights out and away we go. Not a bad start, to be fair. We do pick up some wheel spin. Looks like Sete Camera's going to go around the outside. We just about fend him off for now. We run it a bit hot into turn 1 and keep center camera behind. Warning there for contact with him as we make our way into the loop for the first time. Got to try and see if I can adapt to these conditions fast enough because, like I said, I'm not used to the dry weather. I'm used to the wet conditions, so this might take a moment to kind of get used to. As we've got Sete Camera looking for a move behind us here. He's gaining. We're going to have to defend the inside into Brooklands. Easy on the brakes. I've got no idea where to put the brakes on. We're now holding on though onto our lead as we go into Luffield, picking up a little bit of understeer, but we do stay in front for now. Of course, we scored 4 World Championship points due to the pole position, so it's looking good, although Sete Camera is coming back at us again here. Is he going to go for into Cops? I don't think he's going to have enough momentum. We try and hang around the outside. There's nowhere near the same level of downforce as an F1 car. We have a poor exit, and here comes Sete Camera into Maggots. We're going to have to yield, and also Latifi trying to squeeze through as well. Very cheeky from the Canadian. We almost have contact. We have to let him take that position for now. We lose 2 places there in that sequence. That wasn't good. Nick De Vries now behind us, of course, the man who we're battling in the championship, and we seem to be lacking straight line speed quite badly here. I should have maybe changed my wing. I might do it in the pit stop. Into Stowe. We almost go into the back of Latifi there. We just about pull out at the last second. Oh my goodness me, right, okay, I can't change my wing, so we're stuck with this for this race. We're going to have to try and use the extra downforce that we have to make up for lost time. Let's try and hang on though. As long as De Vries doesn't get by, we'll be okay. Sete Camera does lead the race. Lap 1 is in the books. Full team more to go. I've had a great run here. Down the inside of Latifi we go. It's a late move. I wasn't expecting it, but we've actually pulled it off. We're going to hold the inside through turn 4. Try and get the power down on the exit. And there we go. That wasn't too bad, actually. Latifi's still there, though. Is he going to go for into Brooklands? I don't think he will. No, he doesn't. So we reclaim P2. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic move. Using the downforce through turns 1 and 2 to reclaim the position. Now, can we get back off the Sete Camera? And can we stay in front of Latifi as well? Or maybe not. That's a mistake from us. We go into the grass. Latifi goes by. The turbo catching me out there. And we have to forfeit P2 once again to the Canadian. Very nice line through there. Beautiful switchback. We're going to get the slipstream here on Latifi. You can actually see how much we're struggling. Now we start to pull him in right at the end of the straight. We're pretty good on the brakes into Stowe. So we'll make this move this time not as over the top and not as aggressive on the brakes, but we get the move done. We reclaim P2 once again. Now can we try and pull away and use the fact that we're fast through 1 and 2 to try and open up a gap, as DRS will be enabled now, so we need to try and get within a second of Sete Camera if we can. We're starting to get fast now and find our rhythm around here. On for a fast lap of the Grand Prix.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
Yellow flag behind as we set a new fastest lap. Jack Aitken out of the session as we get a new strategy. We'll pit for the hard tyres on the next lap. Those should comfortably get to the end of the race. I'm trying to close in here. We're getting pretty close to Sete Camera's DRS. We are dragging Latifi along because of the DRS, but that's okay. Pace is good here. Okay, there we go. DRS on Sete Camera. We have done enough as we are going to pit this lap. The DRS will help us out massively. Let's push.
Our current set of rubber is looking a bit worse for wear at this point. It's not going to be long before it falls away from us completely. Stay alert.
I'm fully aware, mate. I'm working on it. That's why we're going to pit this lap. If Sete Camera doesn't pit, we may get the undercut, although the hard tyre is much slower than the soft. So we'll see how that one pans out. If we can get a clean track, we definitely have a chance. Oof, getting a bit loose there onto the back straight.
Don't forget, box this lap.
Yeah, we're going to pit. Getting a nice slipstream here as we start to pull away from Latifi. Let's see which one of the Dam's cars are going to pit. I mean, it probably will be Sete Camera, but let's hope it's Latifi. We can try and undercut, and it is actually Camera staying out. Could have also done for the 60. It's a very slow pit entry, and there we go. No one's pitting. Wow, we're the only car that's going to go for the pits. That's good though. We'll have an empty pit lane, so nobody will hold us up, and we'll get the benefit of an empty pit box. That means one of the Dam's cars will have to do an extra lap, which is also great news. So let's see how that one pans out. Come on, boys, we need a good stop here. If you're going to deliver, now is a good time for it.
Go now.
Perfect getaway. You have to look at the lights on the lollipop to know when you've got to pull away. We're going to have clear track, fresh rubber on. Let's see if we can try and switch these on and have a decent out lap. It's going to be tricky, but we'll try and make it happen as we now enter the final 10 laps of the race. This lap could be crucial in terms of the race ending.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Car squirming all over the place as we try to get the power down. Right, head down, maximum push. Let's see what we can do on these fresh tyres. Car's in the pit lane, it's looking good. Purple sector 2 from us. Let's see what the final sector is. The pit lane is very long and slow, as you all know. Through the final corner. It's not a purple final sector, but it's looking good. And there is set a camera, we're miles ahead. The undercut has worked to perfection, and we are so much further ahead than camera. He's been held up a tree because Delatraz has jumped him in the pit lane, which is massive for the championship. But look at the size of the gap we have. Undercut working out beautifully as we take a net race lead. Unless, of course, Latifi can do something, but he's doing an extra lap on those tyres, so I'm not quite convinced he will have the pace to do something. Here we go, remaining cars are pitting. Seems like nobody started on the hard tyre. Let's run a bit wide there for the final corner, but we are going to reclaim P1. There is Latifi and De Vries behind him. Let's see who's actually going to be P2 though, once everyone gets up to speed. Looks like it's going to be Latifi P2 and De Vries in P3. No, it's Delatraz. So Delatraz has really got himself into this race with the strategy. And Dams have actually thrown it away. So far it's looking great. The undercut though has worked out beautifully. We benefited from an extra lap on fresh tyres and an empty pit lane. And it's looking good as we just go over half race distance to try and win this race. Another yellow flag behind. Someone else has had an issue. We'll get confirmation soon. I think it might be De Vries. I think it could be Nick De Vries. I might be wrong, but I think it could be. And it is. Oh my goodness me.
Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
So Nick De Vries is out of the British Grand Prix and the safety car has been deployed, which means our advantage from the pit stops is gone. So this could get interesting. Sete Cameron, of course, is our other championship rival, so he's still there, but wow, that is massive. Really, really massive. Right, here we go then. Let's get ready for the restart. Tyres up to temperature. We've just got to time this beautifully. Take it easy. Try and straight line this if we can, this exit. There we go. Let's pull the pin. Let's go. That's a good restart from us. Tyres are perfectly up to temperature, so we should be okay on this restart. Question is, can we pull out of DRS range once again and try and drop the slipstream? There will be no DRS for 2 laps, so this is our chance to try and drop Latifi if we can. So maximum push for 5 quick laps around this circuit. Gap to Latifi, 9/10. I'm pushing hard here. Purple sector 2. This looks good. If I can just nail this front part lap, we should be okay. Fastest lap. Gap is 7/10. Latifi does close in a bit in sector 3, but good pace from us. One more lap like that and we should be able to drop him as there's no DRS yet for the Canadian. Another purple lap, 43.0. Gap is 1.2. That's enough. We've done it. Job done. Now we just got to stay in front for the rest of the race. What a lap. 42.6. We are cooking on gas and we are putting away a lot now. Last lap of the race. Let's bring it home. Here we go then into the final couple of corners. It's been a great race, really good there at the office. Car was fantastic. We really got stronger with it towards the end once we pulled away from DRS range. And there we go, across the line, and we win the British Grand Prix. Yes.
Nice work. That's P1. Race win. Well done.
So another fantastic victory for Charouz today. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
It was all about being in the right place at the right time. If the safety car hadn't come out and bunched everybody up, I think we could have been looking at a very different result today.
Looks like they're on their way out onto the podium now, and what a result this is, and a popular one with the crowd as well. Great stuff to see the Charouz team on top here today.
Right, so here we have the final race results then, and we pick up the win as Juan Manuel Correa here today, and we also pick up the fastest lap, so plus 2 points, which means the 4 from qualifying plus the 27 today means 31 points so far this weekend, which is the absolute maximum you can get. We have Latifi second and Sete Camara, a championship rival, in third place. P4 Delatraz, P5 Luca Giotto, Mick Schumacher, and a very impressive P6 for Prema, ahead of Guan Yu Zhou, Antoine Hubert, Dorian Boccolacci, and Jordan King, rounding up the top 10. Missing out the points, we have Matsushita, Alesi, Galal, Mazepin, Boschung, Calderon, Raghunathan, and Ilott, to actually finish behind Raghunathan. So a very poor race for my teammate. Nick De Vries and Jack Aitken do retire from the Grand Prix here today, and in terms of what that means for the championship, we are 50 points clear of Sergio Sete Camara, 60 points clear of Nick De Vries, and 76 clear of Nicolas Latifi. So things are looking fantastic in the championship, and this race right here could be the one that makes the difference, and it's a massive step towards a world championship for Juan Manuel Correa. But in terms of the team standings, we are still in second place, 75 points behind Dams, who are just too strong as a team, and we're going to probably have to settle for P2. But guys, that is it for the feature race here today at Silverstone. Later on today, you guys will have the sprint race in your sub boxes, so keep your eyes peeled for that one, and turn on notifications to not miss that video when it does go live eventually later on today. But guys, like this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you are new for daily Formula 1 content, and finally check out the 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But that is it from me here today in the feature race at Silverstone, and I'll see you guys in the next one for the sprint. But until then, it's goodbye from me.